It's that special time of year again. The Oscars are this Sunday, and I wanted to look at the nominations because I've seen every single film nominated. I watched every single movie, and I want to look through the nominees and pick which ones that I think are going to win. Let's start off the list with Best Visual Effects. We have Avatar, Fire and Ash, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, and Sinners. This is the easiest category ever. I feel like James Cameron walks into the Academy with a gun and goes, "Hey, give me an Oscar now." It's just not that hard of a category. It's gonna go to Avatar. Up next, we have Best Film Editing. The nominees are F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. This is a pretty great list of editing. I will tell you the worst one though, F1. That is one of the worst edited movies I've seen since Bohemian Rhapsody. It was genuinely nauseating. I honestly think that this one is probably going to go to One Battle After Another. I just feel like so much is happening, and the way it's constructed together, it's one of the best edited films of the year. And my other choice would probably be Sinners, but I'm going to stick with my gut here, and my gut is saying One Battle After Another wins Best Film Editing. Moving on to Best Costume Design. The nominees are Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. I'm genuinely confused on why Avatar got a Best Costume Design nomination. Why? Why? There was nothing special about the costumes in Avatar. Definitely have to go with Frankenstein as my personal favorite. And I think it's got a really great chance at winning. It's definitely so many memorable and amazing costumes, and I just think it has the best chance. Moving along to Best Makeup and Hairstyling, the nominees are Frankenstein, Kokuo, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, and The Ugly Stepsister. I'll say this about this category. The Oscars did the one thing that's pretty rare for me, or they actually showed me something that I probably would have never watched because I've never heard of it, and that's Kokuo. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Kokuo was fantastic in terms of the makeup and hairstyling. It was a pretty good movie, just a little bit long, and I would love for that to win. The problem for that is I don't think the Academy has actually seen this movie, so I really don't think it has any shot of winning. I would have to go with Frankenstein. It's got great makeup and hairstyling. I mean, just the monster alone is fantastic. Up next, we have Best Cinematography. The nominees are Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. This is a pretty good list. I don't think it's one of my favorites of the year, but it's definitely a good list. One Battle After Another was probably one of the best shot films of the year. Train Dreams was also really good. I just felt like the aesthetic was just trying to be that an aesthetic, and it wasn't really doing anything special. It just looked very good, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It did look good. I just feel like One Battle After Another had much more going on with the film than just looking good. My pick is One Battle After Another, and I really do think it's going to win. Up next, we have Best Production Design. The nominees are Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. I mean, I feel like Frankenstein's the movie this year that's going to win all the techies. There's always one movie that just wins all the technical Oscars, and I feel like Frankenstein's that movie, which, by the way, absolutely deserved. If you've watched the Netflix behind the scenes of Frankenstein and how it was made, the production design is unbelievable, and it definitely deserves the Oscar. It would definitely be my personal pick. This is a new Oscar category. Best Casting. The nominees are Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, and Sinners. When it comes to casting, I prefer when a film introduces me to someone I've never seen. And I personally feel like Marty Supreme did that the best. There were a lot of actors in this film that I've never heard of, besides Timothée Chalamet and Tyler, the Creator. But besides that, a lot of the cast was brought together by people that I've never heard of. And they all play together so well. I think it's definitely one of the best casted films of the year. I would also say I feel the same exact way about The Secret Agent. Besides Wagner Moura, I feel like I knew absolutely no one from the film, and it was a fantastic cast. I do think Sinners is going to take this just because it's such a great ensemble, and it definitely does have a lot of people that I've never heard of, but it more so plays on the fact that it has the luxury of having Michael B. Jordan, Delroy Lindo, Haley Steinfeld, like just these big Hollywood names that I definitely feel like it has a little bit more of an advantage. Definitely great casting. It wouldn't be my personal choice, but I do think it's a great win, and I do think they're going to win. Up next, Best Sound. The nominees are F1, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Seurat. I absolutely love the nomination for Seurat. I think that movie plays heavily on sound, but this is so clearly F1's only Oscar. And if it wins anything else, I'll be so fucking pissed. Best visual effects, get the fuck out of here. What are we doing? What are we doing? And I can't lie, I did not like F1. I really did not like it. I thought it was a painful, unbearable experience of a film. And now it's just nominated for Best Picture, which is unbelievable. But this is the one category where I feel a win would be definitely deserving. If it's the one Oscar I'd have to give F1, so be it. Give it Best Sound. Anything else would be absolutely absurd. Up next, we have Best Music Original Song. The nominees are Dear Me from Diane Warren Relentless, Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, I Lied to You from Sinners, Sweet Dreams of Joy from Viva Verdi, and Train Dreams from Train Dreams. I will tell you the worst nominee on this list. Dear Me is so fucking bad. And if you've actually seen this movie, Diane Warren talks about this song as if it's her best song. Please go listen to that song. It's not good. I also find it insanely disrespectful that the Oscars are only going to let I Lied to You from Sinners and Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters perform at the Oscars. It's basically a big, hey, you're not going to win an Oscar anyways. Why would we let you perform and waste our time? We got to show people all our comedy bits. You're not going to let you perform your fucking song for the category you're nominated for? Why the fuck would we do that? It definitely is between Golden and I Lied to You. Personally, I would love I Lied to You to win. It's definitely the better song and the better scene, but I strongly think that Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters is going to win. It's definitely not a bad win. I just feel like a lot of people, including myself, are just a little tired of Golden. I actually think another song from that movie should have been nominated. It's called What It Sounds Like, and that song is actually pretty good. I wish it was nominated over Golden, but Golden's my choice. Now we're going to go to Best Original Score. The nominees are Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. My personal favorite score of the entire year is Begonia. It is so fucking good. Am I even saying that right? Is it Begonia or Begonia? We're about to find out right now. It's Begonia. I didn't fucking know that. I absolutely love this score. I love that it's this big, loud orchestral music for this small, very trapped movie. I just absolutely adore it. I wish it would win. It's not going to win. I think it's going to go to Sinners, which is a great score. Don't get me wrong. I just really prefer Begonia. I really do think Sinners is going to take that one. Now we're going to the short film categories. We're starting off with Best Animated Short Film. The nominees are Butterfly, Forever Green, The Girl Who Cried Pearls, Retirement Plan, and The Three Sisters. Now with these ones, I never know which ones to pick because I just know the Academy has not seen these movies. So I'm always going to go with the one I love the most. And the ones I love the most, it's actually two. I loved Butterfly and Retirement Plan. These were absolutely fantastic, but I think the one that's going to win is Butterfly. That's what I think's going to win. I'd love for it to win. Anything besides The Three Sisters would honestly be a great win. But I really do think Butterfly's going to take this one. Up next, we have Best Live Action Short Film. The nominees are Butcher's Stain, A Friend of Dorothy, Jane Austen's Period Drama, The Singers, and Two People Exchanging Saliva. My favorite one is Two People Exchanging Saliva. It is an incredible concept that's very well done. It's a film that I personally would love to watch a longer version of, but the shorter version is still fantastic. I really want it to win, and I think it's going to win. I don't know, though. Up next, we have Best Documentary Short Film. The nominees are All the Empty Rooms, Armed Only with a Camera, Children No More, Were and Are Gone, The Devil is Busy, and Perfectly a Strangeness. Whenever I don't know which film is going to win in terms of the shorts, I always go, hey, which one's on Netflix? And that one's All the Empty Rooms. Now, thankfully, All the Empty Rooms was really great. I would love for it to win. I just don't like that the most accessible one always wins. Even if the movie was bad, it would fucking win. The next category is Best Documentary Feature Film. The nominees are The Alabama Solution, Come See Me in the Good Light, Cutting Through Rocks, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, and The Perfect Neighbor. My personal favorite is Cutting Through Rocks. It was an incredible film. I just loved the way it was shot, the way it was edited. I love that it's a documentary where the subjects never look at the camera. It almost feels like a real movie, like it's someone wrote these scenes together because it's so well done. Absolutely adored it. It was a great film. But personally, I do think that The Perfect Neighbor is going to win, which I would absolutely love. It was a great film. It has a very important story that is heartbreaking, and I think The Perfect Neighbor will win the Oscar. Up next, we have Best International Feature Film. The nominees are It Was Just an Accident, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Surat, and The Voice of Hind Rajab. This was a fantastic year for this category. I love, for the most part, all these movies. I thought The Secret Agent was really good. Sentimental Value was fantastic. The Voice of Hind Rajab absolutely broke my heart. It's so well done, and I think it takes bold and risky choices that I do think ultimately work for the movie. But my absolute favorite was It Was Just an Accident, which is one of my favorite movies of the year and honestly should have been nominated for Best Picture. I'm so upset that it didn't. It was a fantastic, well-directed, slow film that just perfectly captures you. And even though there are moments that are very quiet and move very slowly, it's perfectly executed and directed, and it's just such an engaging film. I absolutely loved it. I would love for it to win. I do think that it's obviously going to go to one of the two films that's nominated for Best Picture, which is Sentimental Value and The Secret Agent, which would be a great win. And personally, I think Sentimental Value is going to take the Oscar for this category, which would be absolutely incredible because I love that movie so much. So I think Sentimental Value is my pick. Up next, we have Best Animated Feature. The nominees are Arco, Elio, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, or The Character of Rain, and Zootopia 2. This is easily going to K-Pop Demon Hunters. It was one of the biggest movies that Netflix has ever released, so it's clearly going to win the Oscar, and it would be pretty deserving. I actually liked that movie. I was shocked how much I liked it. I'm going to go ahead and pick K-Pop Demon Hunters as the winner. Now we're going to the writing categories. We're going to start with Adapted Screenplay. The nominees are Bugonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams. This is going to go to Paul Thomas Anderson, and I can't wait. I've always wanted to see Paul Thomas Anderson win an Oscar, and I think this is his chance. This is his year. He's going to win for Adapted Screenplay, and I think it's absolutely deserving. Now it's Best Original Screenplay. The nominees are Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. These are all really great screenplays. Blue Moon is basically just a series of monologues, very well written, constructed monologues. Obviously, It Was Just an Accident, one of my favorite films of the year, but I think this award is gonna go to Sinners, and I absolutely love that. It is a fantastic concept put together so well with great dialogue, very memorable dialogue. There's so many scenes that just pop into my head just because the writing is so good. It's definitely going to win the Oscar. Now we're going on to the acting awards. We're going to start off with Best Supporting Actress. The nominees are Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value, Inga Ipsdotter Lilias for Sentimental Value, Amy Madigan for Weapons, Wunmi Masaku for Sinners, and Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another. I am only picking this one based off the most recent winner in this category, and that's Amy Madigan for Weapons. I also believe that for the last couple of years, anyone that took home the SAG award for this category went on to win the Oscar. Do I want her to win? Not really. I thought she was really good in Weapons, don't get me wrong. When I was watching Weapons, I wasn't thinking like, wow, I hope she wins an Oscar. That just didn't come to my head. And the fact that it's probably going to happen, like I've accepted it. I think it's a good performance. I just don't think it should win. My personal favorite is Inga Ip's daughter, Lilia's. She was absolutely incredible in Sentimental Value. Elle Fanning was great. Wunmi Mosaku, also really good. Teyana Taylor was awesome in One Battle After Another, but I do think that Amy Madigan will win this Oscar. Best Supporting Actor, the nominees are Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another, Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo in Sinners, Sean Penn in One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value. I do think Sean Penn is going to win the Oscar, and I would love that. He was incredible in One Battle After Another. Easily one of the best performances of the entire year. But if there were any other person that could probably take it, I would say Delroy Lindo, but I am going to stick with my gut and say Sean Penn takes home the Oscar. Up next, we have Best Actress. The nominees are Jessie Buckley in Hamnet, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson in Song Sung Blue, Renata Reinsve in Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone in Bugonia. You're going to have to pick the person that is sweeping this category, and it's Jessie Buckley. I've been a Jessie Buckley fan since I'm Thinking of Ending Things, so I'm just going to pretend that that's the performance she's winning for. Now, that's not me saying that she doesn't deserve the Oscar for Hamnet. She was fantastic in Hamnet. However, Rose Byrne in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You is on another planet. There's never a moment in the film where I feel like she's trying to win an Oscar. She's just incredible the entire movie, and I would love for her to win this award, but it's going to Jessie Buckley. I can say that with full confidence. Jessie Buckley is going to win the Oscar for Hamnet. Up next, we have Best Actor. Oh boy, the nominees are Timothée Chalamet in Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio in One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, and Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. Every single person in this list is great. I love the quiet subtleness of Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent. I think he's so incredibly charming, but there's so much pain that you can see in his character just by looking in his eyes. Timothée Chalamet, or AKA the person that hates opera and ballet, amazing in Marty Supreme, and I can't believe he's become this like strange villain, but he's great in Marty Supreme. I think he'd be very deserving. We take Leonardo DiCaprio for granted just a tiny bit, because I don't feel like he's getting enough love for his performance in One Battle After Another. I just think he's been so consistently good for the last like 5 or 10 years that people just are like, yeah, he was great. He's always great. We're not going to give him an Oscar now. He already has one. But he was really good in One Battle After Another. Ethan Hawke, while I didn't absolutely love Blue Moon, every single scene that he's in is uplifted just by his performance. Michael B. Jordan was fantastic in Sinners. At first, I thought he was one of the weaker nominees, but after my rewatch of Sinners, there are little subtleties in both Stack and Smoke that he gives, and I feel like not a lot of people are giving him credit for that. I will say, though, I think the idea that he should win the Oscar just because he played twins is one of the most baby-brained, mainstream, like, you only watch 3 movies a year take you could have with this movie, and it dilutes what makes his performance so good. That's how good this list of nominees are, that I just felt like I had to ramble a little bit. Who do I think is going to win? It's so hard to tell. It could be Wagner Moura. It could be Timothée Chalamet. It could be Michael B. Jordan. I think Michael B. Jordan is going to win the Oscar. If you would have asked me like 3 months ago, I would have said Timothée Chalamet has this in the bag. But this whole weird controversy around him for stuff that doesn't matter, I do feel has ruined his chances at winning the Oscar. And I do think Michael B. Jordan is the fan favorite. He's going to be the favorite in that room. And it's totally deserving. He was great in Sinners, and I think it would be a great win. Up next, we have Best Director. The nominees are Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Joachim Trier in Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. I mean, I will actually be upset if Paul Thomas Anderson doesn't have the Oscar in his hand for One Battle After Another. It's easily my favorite film in terms of direction this entire year. There's a lot of people that do not like this movie for the wrong reasons, but you just can't deny the direction is stellar in this film, and it would be the most deserving and just the most sensible win. It needs to win. Paul Thomas Anderson has basically won every single directing award this entire award season, so I would be shocked if anyone else won. Paul Thomas Anderson is my pick, and I would absolutely love if he won. Here it is. The category. Best Picture. The one everyone's been waiting for. The nominees are Bugonia, F1, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. This list would be absolutely perfect if F1 was not there. Why the fuck is F1 nominated for Best Picture? It is the most basic movie of the entire year. I felt it when I saw the trailer back in August. It looked so fucking boring, and it was boring, so I cannot believe it's nominated for Best Picture. It's not going to win. Every single film on this list besides F1 is a really good movie. This year's Oscars is between two films, One Battle After Another and Sinners. Usually I have a feeling of who's going to win, and for the most part, I've been right for the last couple of years. But this one could literally go either way. One Battle After Another won the PGA, and for the last, I believe, 5 years, any film that won the PGA won Best Picture. So that has it going for it. But Sinners has the momentum. It is the film that everyone has been talking about and everyone continues to talk about during award season. There is a big part of me that thinks Sinners is going to win. And I would absolutely love that. That would be a great Best Picture win. But I think I have to stick with my gut here in terms of the PGA. I am the least bit confident in my choice either way, but I have to go with my gut. One Battle After Another is probably going to win Best Picture. But if Sinners wins, it would be a fantastic win, absolutely deserving. And if anyone says differently, they are fucking wrong. Anyways, those are my picks and predictions for the Oscars this year. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And yeah, take care.